let's take a look at the second problem. And I'm going to approach it in very much the same way, thinking of it in parts. A teacher and 19 students are planning a field trip to go to an aquarium. They need to raise money to go on the trip. The cost of the trip includes food and ticket, $32 per person. Cost of the bus, $900. One adult needs to go on the field trip for every 5 students. The class needs to earn half the total cost of the trip. How much money does the class need to earn? Show all your mathematical thinking. So now that I've read through it once, I'm going to go back in and I realize there's lots of things going on in here. I know this one must be multi-step again. So I'm again, like I did on the first one, I'm going to focus in on the question. How much did the class need to earn? So it's not how much does it cost for the trip. What's really important is how much do they need to earn? That's what I want to focus on. So as I go back in and start reading through the problem, I'm going to be thinking about that really important part. Now I'm going to go back in and find out what I know. How am I going to find that answer? A teacher and 19 students. That's probably important because that tells me how many people are going on this field trip. They need to raise money to go on the trip. The cost of the trip includes, so for the food and ticket, it's $32 per person. So far, I know I have 20 people. I have a teacher and 19 students, right? So far, I have 20 people so far. I also know the cost of the bus is $900. That doesn't change based on the people. I just know there's $900 for the bus. One adult needs to go on the field trip for every 5 students. Oh, wait, one adult every 5 students. So that means I need to figure out how many adults we need too. So there's another piece of information that I need to solve for. I need to figure out, and this is going to impact my 20. I now know I'm going to have more than 20 because I need a few more adults on the trip. Class needs to earn half the cost. So back into the earning part, they only need half of it, right? They're not being told to earn it all. They just need half of it. So now let's go about trying to solve this particular problem. So the first thing I'm going to do is I need to find out how many people are going on this trip, right? Because the food and ticket are determined by the cost per person. So I know I have 20 students and a teacher, 19 students and one teacher, that's 20 people. But I also need one adult for every 5 students. Well, if I have 19 students and I divide that by one adult for every 5 students, that comes out to 3 with a remainder of 4, or 3 4/5. But can I have 4/5 of an adult? No. So I'm going to have 4 adults. But do I have an adult going already? Yes, I have the teacher. The teacher is an adult. So what am I going to do? I really need 3 more adults. And since I need 3 more adults, that means I now know I have 20 plus 3. So I'm going to have 23 people on the trip. Okay, now that I know how many people are on the trip, that would be step 1. Step 2 is I need to figure out how much it's going to cost. Well, I know it's $32 per person, right? So I need to do 32 times 23. $32 per person, there are 23 people. So I can do my 32 times 23 like so. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. Then I can add this up. And it's going to cost $736 just for the food and tickets. Okay. But there's also the bus that needs to be included. So now my third step is I need to take the cost of the bus, which is $900, and add it to the cost of the tickets, which is $736. So now I'm just going to go ahead and add these. So the total cost is $1,636. That's the total cost. But they only need to raise half of the money. So my last step I need to do is I need to divide my 1,636 by 2. So in my space here, 1,636 divided by 2. 16 divided by 2 is 8. Bring down my 3. 3 divided by 2 is 1. And then 16 divided by 2 is 8. So they are going to need to raise $818. There's more than one way to solve some of these problems. So some people might approach this in a slightly different way in terms of the earning half part. So I've read through the problem, I've highlighted my important parts. First thing I need to do is I need to figure out how many people are going on the trip. So I remember I have the teacher and 19 students, so I know there are 20 people, but I need one adult for every 5 students. So that's really important. So what am I going to do? I do my 19 divided by 5, which comes out to 3 4/5, which means I know I need 4 adults. I have 1 adult in the teacher, so I need 3 more adults. So I need 23 people altogether. Now, to the part where I do my calculations, I can figure in the half here, right? I only need to come up with half of this amount. So since it's $32 per person, half of that, or 32 divided by 2, is 16. I could say, well, what's 16 times 23? So I'll go over here, 16 times 23, 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 1 plus 1 is 4. Place my 0, cross off my regrouping. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. And then I just add these up. And it's going to cost $368 for half of the food and tickets. The other part that I need to factor in is the bus. Well, the bus is $900. Well, if I divide that in half, that is $450. And I know that because half of 90 is 45. Now, my last thing that I would need to do is I need to find out the total. So I'm going to add 368 plus 450, 8 plus 0, 6 plus 5 is 11, 7 plus 1 is 8, and I get the same answer of $818. They need to earn $818.